Hi everyone, Conrad Angel Corral here for your CCTV. Attention self-employed and independent contractors who file 1099. If this is you, there is a new financial assistance program established just for this pandemic period that you may be interested in. In order to help us understand this program, we've called in the City of Cathedral City's Economic Development Director, Stone James. Stone, thank you for joining us.
Hey, thank you, Conrad, for making the time. I'm excited to be here.
Good. This is a very unique time. So let me start off really quickly. How are you doing with stay in place, work at home, homeschooling if you have that? How's all that working for you?
Yeah, I've never worked more now than I ever have. It's just, you get up and you roll into the work and you think, oh, I'm going to take a break, and you just never do. And then, at night it's just, so it's very productive,
Yeah.
but it has been unique.
Well, that's a good thing. And unique is good because we have a unique program that just got started here, I think last week. Why don't you tell us the name of this program? It is primarily for 1099 folks.
Yes, that's correct. It's the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program.
All
and
right.
This is a program that is a part of the CARES Act. And it is, as you mentioned, it is an opportunity to help the people who are 1099 workers or small business owners, or people who typically would not be able to receive a traditional unemployment insurance. This program gives them the ability to receive, pandemic unemployment assistance.
Let's talk money, because people want to know what kind of money is associated with this program. It's my understanding there are 3 phases, and they have to do with dates, months and time and days. So can you tell us what phase 1, 2, and 3 maybe are?
Yes, Conrad, thank you for that question. So in terms of this Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, there are the 3 phases like you mentioned, and phase 1 is going to be a minimum of $167 per week, and that is going to run from February 2nd up until March 28th.
Okay.
Phase 2 is going to be the same amount, $167 a month, and that's going to run from March 29th through the week of July 25th.
All right.
Phase 3 is going to begin on July 26th and run until December 26th. Now, let me point out 2 important things. During the second phase, people who were unemployed as a result of the COVID crisis during that second phase, that's March 29th through July 25th, they will be eligible for an additional $600 per week through the federal government.
Wow.
And that is the Pandemic Additional Compensation Program. And that's just going to be during phase 2. That's just going to be between March 29th and July 25th.
And Stone, because they're in the program, they don't need to ask for this. This will just be part of the program?
Yes, Conrad, that is correct. It will just be a part of the program. That additional $600 will be attached to and come in the same check as the $167. And let me also mention that that $167 is the floor. Depending on your earnings from 2019, you could receive monies above $167. I believe the ceiling could be $450. But that's something that the state will come out with additional information and additional literature on. They're not quite ready to start compensating people at whatever level that may be for them. If it's between the 167 and the 450.
And it's my understanding that the folks who run the program, they're actually going to be, you have to actually call in every couple of weeks to say how I'm doing or what I'm doing or I'm still in need.
That's right. Yes. Every 2 weeks you have to certify. So you have to log on and you have to, and that, that creates a formal record and that you are, you're looking for work or you're available for work. And so, yes, so every 2 weeks you're going to have to do that.
And there are a lot of these folks, especially in the Coachella Valley. And if you don't mind, I saw an article recently at the Desert Sun that really put some kind of numbers together. Pretty much said that the unemployment rate for May will be approximately 32% here in Coachella Valley, which is about 4 times the amount usually before the pandemic, which says there are a lot of people who are going to be affected by this.
Yeah, Conrad, that's absolutely correct. And that Desert Sun article was actually based on a market report analysis that was created by the Coachella Valley Economic Partnership, which actually can be found on their website under intelligence. And it really goes into talk just about how hard hit we are within the Coachella Valley. And I want to say that there are going to be maybe about 53,000 jobs that have been lost.
That is amazing.
As a result, and that's really due in part to the fact that the major economic driver within our valley is tourism at about $7 billion a year.
What does an individual need to prove to whoever they need to prove it to? What kind of questions are they asked? Do you know?
The applicants are going to need to provide the last 18 months of employment information to the EDD. And so that's going to be pay stubs, that's going to be maybe their 2019 tax return. Whatever EDD sets out as what that person needs to provide, generally it's going to have to go back 18 months. And so EDD, they're looking to get that money out. They may be overwhelmed. They may have had more requests for unemployment than they've ever had in the history of the program, but they're doing their absolute best to process it as quickly as possible. And they're not looking for reasons to deny you. They're looking for reasons to give you the money. And I think that's really important.
It's very important. And, talking about process, how quickly is this, if someone qualifies, when someone qualifies, how quickly does the money get into their pocket? Do you know that?
I can tell you what their target is.
Yes.
Their target is getting this unemployment benefit out to them, at least the first payment out in a week.
Right. That's pretty good.
It is. Now that's their goal.
Right.
Now they may not hit their goal, and it's certainly not for lack of effort. And as frustrating as it may be, just people can continue to be patient. And when they get on the phone with somebody, be respectful, because that the person on the other line, they're having a tough time too.
Right.
Because they want to help you. They're just, here is the system. Here was a black swan event that no one could have anticipated, and they're doing their best to adapt. But despite best efforts, it's still not going to be perfect.
What does someone do if they've tried and they get kicked off? Is there somewhere else to go for help for them to get into the program?
Yes, Conrad. There is. There's a couple of options. You could try logging on off hours, either very early in the morning, or you also could reach out to our local assembly member, Eduardo Garcia. And Assemblyman Garcia's office might very well be able to help those individual people who are just really having a tough time getting through the servers to complete their application. And I can give you that. I can give you the folks at home who are viewing this his phone number, 760-347-2360, and that is Assemblyman Eduardo Garcia.
All right, Stone, we've been talking about the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. It's very interesting. Sounds like a great program, especially for our Coachella Valley folks. We thank you for your time and for all your information.
Conrad, thank you so much for your time. It's always been a pleasure. And if anyone would like to get a hold of me, they're certainly welcome to go to my Cathedral City Economic Development website or contact me via email at sjames@cathedralcity.gov. Thank you so much for your time, Conrad.
Great, thank you. All right, everyone, I'm Conrad Angel Corral, and this is your CCTV. Be safe and remain healthy.